it's Maggie Ricketts, and I am a Pink Plus 3 consultant with Perfectly Posh. Some of the girls on my team have been asking me lately how they can most cost efficiently and quickly make samples to give their future customers. And so I decided to do a video for the girls on my team and upload it for my channel. If you like this type of video, make sure to let me know in the comments and subscribe to my channel so I'll know and I can keep on making more videos like this for you guys. So today I'm going to be sampling the new Cactus Makes Perfect Snarky Bar, which I'm super excited because I haven't smelled yet. And then also the new Spring 2018 chunk called Bramble On. And if you hear a little background noise, I have a 9-month-old baby right beside me playing, but this is what I do. I posh at home so that I can be home with him. So we're gonna do both of these. We're gonna cut them into chunks. So I'll tilt this down in just a minute so that you guys can see what I'm working with on the table here. But I have just a normal cutting board and then a knife. I got this at Walmart, I think, so that I could cut the chunks really easily. And I do it super quickly. For me, it's really fun. I even think that it's kind of relaxing making samples out of these. So here we go. I'm gonna do the Snarky Bar first. You never want to warm up your Snarky Bars before you cut them, unlike some of your chunks, because it would turn into a big mess. So you can just take them out of the package and cut them. This is one that I want to sample for my customers because it's one of the newer ones and I love our Snarky Bars. It smells really, really refreshing too, so I'm gonna actually, this is something that I do a lot, and so if you're a new consultant watching this video, probably because you haven't ever sampled anything before, I usually cut these either a third of it off for myself so that I can use the product and I can get used to it and I can experience it so I can share it with my customers and other team members instead of sampling the whole thing, or sometimes I do it in half. For this one, I really like the scent, so I'm probably gonna cut it in half. And then I'll make slices out of the other ones. Now, I may do this differently. Every consultant is gonna do this a little differently. Sorry, you can hear my little boy in the background, but I'm gonna cut it differently probably than some other videos that you may see, and you just need to find what works for you. I'm gonna be sticking it in these little baggies right here. You can grab, let me grab the one that's open. You can grab these for $1 at Walmart. You find them in the jewelry section. So this is what I use. I use a couple of different sizes. This one right here is what I'm gonna be putting them in today. And you can see they're just clear little jewelry bags, and they make perfect sample holders for your chunks or your Snarky Bars. So let me see if I can tilt my screen down. Give me just a second. Adjusting my tripod here. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see this. I'm on my dining room table right here, and I'm just gonna slice it because I'm cutting it in half. I've never done this with anyone watching, so I'm just gonna take my hand and press it straight down into the Snarky Bar. So you can see it cuts really nicely. I'm gonna keep, it's not perfect in half because of course I did it without measuring. So I'm gonna keep this half for me, and I'm just gonna put it in a Ziploc bag so that it retains its smell and it locks in all the moisture until I get ready to use it in my shower. And then I'm gonna stand up because I like doing this standing so I can kind of maneuver the knife better. And I'm just gonna take my knife and put it probably 1/4 inch thick, and I'm going to cut a slice off just like that. Now, if you notice, these you can stick right into this, sorry, my screen's down here, into this bag really easily and nicely. And that's a great size Snarky for someone to use and to see if they like it or not. So sometimes I may stick this straight in there and put a label on it. But I really prefer to make my samples a little more cost efficient than this. So I go ahead and cut my Snarky Bar in half, just like that. And that's what I put in the bag. And if I have a cute little pre-made label, then of course I will use that. Another option I like to do a lot is I like to actually just use my printer, and I print, these are gender bender chunks, so I print my name, what it is, and I actually print my link that they can go to, because if by the time they use this sample, they may or may not have my business card still. Hopefully they'll still know how to get in contact with me. But that's just a little something I like to do. Here's an example of the pre-made sticker. This is a little snarky hand cream, but of course you could stick it on this bag. Or this is what I did before I had any of that. I just bought these at the dollar store or Walmart, and I just hand wrote them. And it doesn't matter, that's probably the most cost efficient way. But then you're just gonna keep slicing your Snarky bar. I usually slice it all this way first. And again, you can order the samples online, but I actually still like doing all my Snarky bars in chunks this way, because I get PV. I can experience part of it, and then I can give my customers the samples that I make, and this is really relaxing. You can see I can do it really quickly, and then you can actually just take little stacks of these, slice them right down the middle, and you have lots and lots of samples made, ready to go. Okay, so that is how I cut my Snarky bars. All right, now for the chunk. We're gonna do bramble on next. For chunks, you definitely want to heat them up first. Depending on the chunk is how long you're gonna need to heat it. Some of them, not so much. Some of them you actually can cut. So let's see. I'm opening this for the first time too, so I'm gonna smell this one. Oh, it smells, this smells really good and springy. This smells like it would be a great drink, like fruit infused water. It smells so good. You can see it's really, really, really pretty too. I'm actually gonna double check, because I haven't cut this one before, and you might wanna do this and see how easily it cuts without heating it. Now, if I heat it, I'll have to go over to my microwave, so I'll speed that through the video. Let's scoot these to the side here. Hassel says hi. He's crawling in here. You can see him on the edge of the screen there. But I'm going to heat it like this for about 7 to 8 seconds, depending on your microwave. I'm going to flip it over, do another 7 to 8 seconds, flip it, 7 to 8 seconds, flip it again, 7 to 8 seconds. That way, it's not too hot to touch, but it's really, really warm when you flip it, especially with Gender Bender. With all our older chunks, I know that I did, but let me just be 100% sure for this one. Okay, so this one seems like you can actually cut it. It's a little bit softer, and I wondered because of the milking it chunk is like that. So I'm actually not gonna heat this one up. Hassel is saying hi in the background here. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'm gonna put one to the side to use in my shower, and same exact process with this. This one slices, y'all, this is so nice and pretty. And again, this would be a great size chunk. This is kind of like the size. Here's a sample of Holly Jolly. This is a pre-done one that I got when I ordered. So it's probably about a little smaller than that. But again, as a sample, I try to make sure that I'm getting a lot of samples out of each one I do, so I cut them in half. I feel like this is still enough of a sample. They're getting the scent, they're using it 1 to 2 times, maybe even 3 or 4 times, depending on if they're using it all over their body or not, and they get the feel. So I feel like this is plenty. And again, just sticking them in the bag, and I'm gonna label them. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Let me put it back up where you guys can see me. Okay, so I hope that was really helpful for you guys cutting the chunks. If you would like to sample some more products like Cackle Spackle, show you how I do liquid products, or talk about any other questions that you may have, just drop them below and be sure to hit subscribe so that you won't miss them. Bye everyone.